Hi there. Welcome to Story Time with Momma Grace. I'm glad you joined us today. Today we have a really special treat because we have a guest who's joining us today. And our guest's name is Peter, and Peter is my son. So it's really fun to have him here today. We're camping and enjoying the beautiful weather outside. It's getting chilly, and we're enjoying that. We're going to make a nice fire tonight. That'll be really cozy. So today we're going to read a story called When Monsters Seem Real, and it's a Mr. Rogers story. It's a story from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That's what it says at the top there. And it was written by Mr. Rogers. His full name was Fred Rogers. And it was illustrated by Pat Sustendal. So that's the story we're going to read today. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Mr. Rogers, but we have a lot of good memories of Mr. Rogers from when my kids were growing up, and I watched him when I was little. So that's amazing. He's been around a really long time, and we've enjoyed him very much. And I feel that he still has a lot of value to offer and to say. And that's why I chose a book to read by him today. And I wanted to ask Peter, since he also has memories of Mr. Rogers from when he was younger, what his feelings are. If he feels that Mr. Rogers is still of value to read today for the younger generation, or if from his perspective, as a young adult, if he thinks it's passé and not really valid anymore. So what do you think about that question, Peter?
Well, I would say that there are definitely a lot more, lessons from everything that he's done. Specifically, though, I would say one of his most important lessons was probably the courage that he took to speak his mind. Basically, he never backed down from his thoughts. He never cowered. He said everything in a very kind and respectful way. But he always had the courage to say really whatever was on his mind, despite whether the fact it was going to make him lose anybody, a friend, family member, whoever it may be. He always had the courage, really. And I would say that, especially nowadays, that is probably, that's what I think the most encouraging, or what's the right word? It's definitely the best lesson.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree. I think it's a very good lesson. I think he was very brave. And you're right. He risked losing viewers. He risked losing people watching his show because he was brave enough to address things like, I don't know, all kinds of things that were controversial then, and could have gotten him kind of into some trouble. So that's really good. I think that's of great value because we all need courage, and we all need good role models for courage. That's what's helpful to me, is to have a good role model. Helps me be more brave when it's scary to be brave sometimes. That's really good. Thank you. I appreciate your input. It helps. We can all learn from each other. My generation, Peter's generation. We can all share our thoughts and ideas and learn from each other. So that's really good. Good. I appreciate that. So what are you off to today at the camp?
Probably end up just going for a walk later on.
Good. That sounds honestly nice. That sounds nice. Taking a nice hike.
Yeah.
All righty. Okay, let's get started. When monsters seem real. All right. Maybe I should do it this way so Peter can also see it, since he's going to join us today for our book. Have you ever imagined there might be a monster hiding somewhere? Or that the monsters on television might be real? Well, monsters in our imagination or on television can seem real and scary, but they're just pretend. A long, long time ago, there were monster-like creatures on this earth, creatures called dinosaurs. But there aren't even any dinosaurs anymore, anywhere. When things seem big and scary, children sometimes like to pretend that they themselves are super powerful, more powerful than monsters or anything else. Let's have some pretend about that, about monsters and superpowers. Ready, Trolley? Let's go to the neighborhood of make-believe. And here we are. Anna Platypus, Daniel Striped Tiger, and Prince Tuesday were walking and talking together on their way to school. When I put on my super skirt, Anna was saying, I can fly through the air like a bird or a bat or a bug, said Daniel. At least you can pretend you can fly, Anna. Only birds and bats and bugs can really fly. And if I waved my super spoon, said Prince Tuesday, I could knock down the museum go-round. Oh, hold it right there, Toots, said Lady Elaine, who overheard what Prince Tuesday was saying. That's nothing but an old soup spoon, and there's nothing super about it. The only thing that's got superpowers in this neighborhood is my one and only boomerang, toomerang, soomerang. My spoon is super, said Prince Tuesday. When I wave it, I can make monsters disappear. Just like last night, I dreamed about a big, scary dinosaur with a crown on its head, but I made it disappear with my super spoon. That was just a dream, said Lady Elaine. If a real dinosaur came to the neighborhood, your spoon wouldn't be good for anything at all. Yes, it would, says Prince Tuesday. Well, that couldn't happen anyway, said Anna, because there aren't any such things as dinosaurs anymore. And besides, we're going to be late for school. So the prince and Daniel and Anna hurried off. We'll see about that silly super spoon, Lady Elaine said quietly to herself. I think I'll have a little talk with my friend Purple Panda. Remember Purple Panda? That night, Prince Tuesday had a scary dream. He saw the dinosaur with the crown again, but this time it was chasing him. Oh, Ella hears someone driving by on their bike. It's okay. And his super spoon didn't do any good at all. He woke up crying and his mother, Queen Sarah, came in. There, Tuesday, she said. It was just a scary dream and it's all over now. Try to go back to sleep. And remember that monsters and dinosaurs can't ever hurt you because they're not real. The next day, the prince, Daniel, and Anna were playing in the castle garden when suddenly Prince Tuesday shouted, Look out! There, looking at them from the other side of the garden wall, was a huge green creature with a crown on his head. You know what? One of the things I love about dogs and having a pet that's a dog is that they want to interact with other people and they want to protect us and let us know when someone else is around. And so Ella sometimes barks and sounds a little bit fierce and scary, but she's really very loving and very nice. So we'll just give her a second till people walk by. It's really important when you're out somewhere with your family, whether it's camping or anywhere else, and you hear a dog bark that sounds very ferocious like Ella does right now. Ella's very sweet and kind, but don't assume that every dog's going to be sweet and kind. Just be careful and stay away from them if they're barking scary like that, because some might be scary or dangerous, even though our Ella is very sweet and kind. All right, let's go ahead with our story, okay? All right. Prince Tuesday had another scary dream. He saw the dinosaur with the crowd again, but this time it was chasing him, and his super spoon didn't do any good at all. It's okay, Ella. It's okay. He woke up crying, and his mother, Queen Sarah, came in. There, Tuesday, she said. It was just a scary dream, and it's all over now. Try to go back to sleep, and remember that monsters and dinosaurs can't ever hurt you because they're not real. The next day, the prince, Daniel, and Anna were playing in the castle garden when suddenly Prince Tuesday shouted, Look out! There, looking at them from the other side of the garden wall, was a huge green creature with a crown on its head. Daddy, Mommy, come quick, cried Prince Tuesday as they ran into the castle. Safe inside, they told King Friday and Queen Sarah about the dinosaur they'd seen. Now listen, everybody, said the king. We all know there are no such things as dinosaurs. I think you'd better come with us, said Daniel timidly. We all saw it, and we weren't asleep or daydreaming or anything, Anna explained. So off they all went to the garden. Sure enough, there was the dinosaur, and Lady Elaine was there too. Queen Sarah was surprised. My, oh my, she said. That dinosaur certainly does look real. That's because it is real, said Lady Elaine. So where's your super spoon now, Tuesday? I don't think, began the prince, clinging to his father and mother. Boomerang, toomerang, soomerang, said Lady Elaine, waving her boomerang at the dinosaur, and poof, the dinosaur disappeared. Told you so, she said. Why, Friday, said the queen, there's only one person I know who can come and go like that, and that's our friend from Planet Purple, Purple Panda. Do you suppose? I do suppose, said the king, turning to Lady Elaine. You haven't by any chance seen Purple Panda around anywhere, have you? Well, I might just have, answered Lady Elaine, and then again, I might just have not. So long, Toots. I'll be at the museum go-round if you need me in my boomerang. Know what I mean? This calls for immediate action, said King Friday. I want search parties to go throughout the kingdom, and if anyone finds either that so-called dinosaur or purple panda, I want to hear about it right away. So everyone set off on the hunt. Cornflake especially joined in, and so did X the Owl and Harriet Elizabeth Cow. Prince Tuesday and Daniel and Anna, and even Henrietta Pussycat searched high and low, but nobody found anything. Meanwhile, Queen Sarah had an idea of her own. She made a big bowl of purple pumpernickel pudding. She remembered that the people from Planet Purple liked to eat purple pumpernickel pudding better than anything else. Then she took the bowl of pudding outside and put it on a purple pedestal in the garden. There, she said, let's see if anybody's hungry around here. Sure enough, before long, the big green dinosaur with the crown came out from behind the museum go-round, sniffing the air. I smell something good to eat, the dinosaur said. Hush, said Lady Elaine. No talking or they'll find out who you really are. It is purple pumpernickel pudding, said the dinosaur. Yum, yum. Shh, hissed Lady Elaine, hiding behind a tree. But it was too late. Queen Sarah had seen and heard everything. Boomerang, toomerang, soomerang, said Lady Elaine, waving her boomerang at the dinosaur. Nothing happened. You agreed to disappear whenever I said that, said Lady Elaine. I want more purple pumpernickel pudding, said the dinosaur. I declare, said the queen, walking up to the dinosaur. You sound just like my friend, Purple Panda. That's exactly who I am, said Purple Panda, taking off his costume, and I'm tired of being a dinosaur and tired of scaring people. Rats, said Lady Elaine. Lady Elaine, she always tended to get into trouble when we read those books long ago. It was all her idea, said Purple Panda. I did not know I was going to scare anybody. I was tired of hearing about Tuesday's super spoon, so I thought I'd show him a thing or two. No one can take a joke around here, said Lady Elaine. Of course we can, Lady Elaine, said Queen Sarah. It's just that good jokes aren't meant to scare people. Well, fair child, the king said, you have shown everyone that dinosaurs are definitely not real. That's something we can all celebrate. That's Lady Elaine's whole full name, Lady Elaine Fairchild. And so they did. They celebrated by being friends and feeling brave and eating the rest of the purple pumpernickel pudding. And we're back with Mr. Rogers. If you know somebody who's afraid of monsters and dinosaurs and likes to pretend about things with superpowers, perhaps you can talk with that person about what happened in the neighborhood of make-believe. That kind of talk could help someone understand more about what's real and what's not. Only real people can be helpers. And when children help each other, they can be extra proud of the way they're growing. And that's the end of our story. Wasn't that kind of fun? Was that kind of fun to see an old Mr. Rogers story again?
Oh, yeah.
Even grown-ups like to go back to their childhood and see fun things like that. I know I do. Well, thanks for joining us today. We sure had a good time reading to you out in the woods. It was a lot of fun. So take care of yourself. Remember that we love you very much, and we look forward to reading you another story sometime soon. So goodbye, but just for now, bye.